Now...
Listen up, inmate.
Farewell. Oh.
Hmm?
It seems you brought the specified persona.
Huh. Fine, I'll take it. By the way, your personas are super weak. Not that I'm surprised, inmate. Though I guess you deserve at least some praise for finishing your penal labor. You might actually complete your rehabilitation.
In order to promote that process, we would like to offer you the use of a new facility.
It's rare to see you smile, Justine.
You are the smiling one, Caroline. Did something happen to make you so joyful?
Me? Hey! Are you laughing at us? Know your place, inmate!
As wardens, we simply feel satisfaction in seeing your rehabilitation progress. That is the extent of it. I find it upsetting that you would see such a matter as a source of amusement.
It's like you forget where you are, inmate. You've got some real guts, though. With that spirit, you should have no trouble making progress.
Very well, then. If you have the will to continue your penal labor, we can grant you greater freedom within this prison. It is a deal between us, the wardens, and you, the inmate.
Not like you have the right to turn it down, though. Hard work is what you're meant to do, inmate.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast acquired a new vow. It shall become the wings of rebellion that breaketh thy chains of captivity. With the birth of the strength persona, I have obtained the winds of blessing that shall lead to freedom and new power.
All right.
Now, it's time for your next task.
Farewell.
Hey.
Now...
Hmm?
It would seem... Very well.
Huh. Yeah.
All right.
Farewell. Now...
Hey. What? Huh. Oh.
Indeed.
See? You can do it.
Yes.
Excuse me? Shut up! Hey, inmate!
Yes.
All right.
Now. Farewell.
Change your mind. Done already? What?
Do you need something? Now. It would seem... Huh? What is the meaning of this?
Excuse me? Shut up!
All right.
Now. Farewell.
Huh.
I was waiting.
Huh. Listen up, inmate.
In that case... Very well.
What'll you do? Oh.
Guide me, inmate.
Hmm. What? Quit spacing out.
Don't tell me.
That's right. Okay.
Listen up. I suppose.
Hey. Well, we didn't experience any of the wonders of space, but at least the taste was passable.
You seemed much more excited by the toy than the taste anyway.
Shut up! I saw you eating around those pickle things or whatever they are, Justine.
That wasn't food from this Earth. It was clearly a alien spawn of some sort.
What? Is this true? I see. Well, they didn't taste bad. But seriously, what are they? I ate all of mine, you know.
Calm down, Caroline. We're getting off track.
Well, at any rate, We've determined that hamburgers are incapable of conveying the majesty of space. While the toy spaceship helped to soften the blow, there's no denying the truth. Now we will formally acknowledge the completion of your task.
Here is your reward.
You better work just as hard next time. We know about all sorts of locations that would aid your rehabilitation.
I'm still taken aback by the truth. Your world is absolutely full of these shop places. For a reasonable fee, nearly every desire can be fulfilled, all as if it were nothing.
That does sound interesting. I believe it may merit further research. Anyways, good work, inmate. Your final task for the day is to escort us back to the Velvet Room. Let's move!
Now,
What'll you do? Oh.
guide me, inmate.
Not bad for an inmate. Shut up!
Don't tell me.
What? Don't fall behind.
Now, let us return.
Done already? What? What? Huh.
It would seem...
See? You can do it. Huh. Hey, inmate! Excuse me?
That is correct.
All right.
Now,
What? Huh. Oh,
it would seem...
excuse me? Hey, inmate!
Yes.
All right.
Farewell.
Okay. What are you gonna do today?
Now,
Moments of calm, nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me, that's where I found an empty glass.
What'll you do?
Telling what's the truth,
Let's go, inmate!
I need them.
guide me, inmate.
I'm a sharpshooter, Atlas masker.
Oh my.
Inmate!
Inmate.
Don't complain. It's raining really hard. What are you gonna do today?
Now.
What'll you do?
Then... Guide me, inmate.
Oh.
What are you saying?
What? Excuse me? Shut up!
Let us return.
Huh.
It would seem...
Huh.
Yes.
What? Yeah. What? Shut up! Hmm.
All right.
Listen up, inmate. What are you gonna do today?
Now,
What'll you do?
guide me, inmate. True.
Hey. If I have to. What are you gonna do today?
Now,
What'll you do?
Searching all along,
onward, inmate.
while I'm lost without the
Whoa! It's crazy out there. Justine!
How could this happen?
What? Really? What? Are you joking? Hey, inmate!
Now, let us return.
What are you gonna do today?
Now,
Nothing left to be found. I'm here riding from me. Oh yeah, that's where I found an empty glass, reflecting that's a
What'll you do?
it's telling what's not to be told. I need them.
guide me, inmate.
I'm a sharpshooter.
Oh. Welcome home! What was that?
Caroline.
My goodness!
Oh, sorry about that.
Are you joking?
Damn it.
Listen up. See? You can do it. Yes.
All right.
Listen well. Farewell.
What?
It would seem...
Yeah. Listen up, inmate.
All right.
Farewell. Now,
Listen up, inmate. What are you gonna do today?
now.
What'll you do? Let's go, inmate.
Onward, inmate. My.
Don't fall behind.
Now, let us return.
What are you gonna do today?
Now.
Moments of nothing left to be found. A mirror right in front of me.
What'll you do?
Caroline.
That's a truth. It's telling words not to be told.
What? What? Come on, let's go. Hey, inmate!
Now, let us return.
Been searching all along, can face it while alone.
What are you gonna do today?
Now,
Without a sign, without questioning, the real question to be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter, at ghost masquerade,
What'll you do?
hiding both face and mind.
Let's go, inmate!
You to try.
onward, inmate.
I'm a sharpshooter. What?
What? Excuse me?
No.
go home. What are you gonna do today?
Now,
Searching all along, can face it while alone. Without without a sign, without resting.
Let's go, inmate.
Question to you,
onward, inmate.
where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter.
Ah, you're back. Oh, man.
What?
Yes. Hmm.
What? Hey! bad for an inmate.
My.
That's it! That's the persona we asked for! You really made it? The inmate with all those pitiful personas actually managed this. I guess I can compliment you this time.
Well done. You have far exceeded our original expectations. This may not be a proper thing to say to an inmate, but you have done extraordinary work.
You're a real handful, but I gotta give you some credit.
As for the next task we will assign to you, there is nothing. You have fulfilled every duty available to you. As the ones who rule over power, our role is... rule over... power. Why did I say that? A voice is echoing in my head.
Justine?
It is nothing. Just my head. These memories. The one who first wrote this list. It was me? Or was it us? Just... what are we? My apologies.
Don't worry. This has happened to me, too. Inmate! This is all your fault for not keeping your mouth shut!
Caroline, do not shift the blame onto him.
I hope you know you're a real handful, inmate. But fine. I'll grant you that privilege. We've really gone soft, huh?
Perhaps you are too embarrassed to admit how much his concern pleased you.
No! Anyway, we're gonna give you a great ability this time. You're gonna cry tears of joy when you get it. And, inmate, there's no doubt you're a problem child. But honestly, we're real impressed that you conquered all the trials we put forth.
You hold a surprisingly great potential.
So, fight. I'm sure you'll be able to accomplish anything you put your mind to. And you'd better put a stop to the ruin, okay? Trickster, I believe in you. Prove to us that you can reach the truth.
We will be waiting for you. I am thou, thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened to the ultimate secret of strength, granting thee infinite power.
All right. All right.
Be careful not to lose focus.
You're still in rehabilitation till you can get out from behind the bars. Got that, inmate?
Searching all along,
What are you gonna do today?
facing
Now,
without a sign, without grasping it.
Pretty good, huh?
The real question should be asked: where have I been? I'm a sharpshooter. I close masquerade, hiding both face and mind.
What'll you do?
Used to draw.
Let's go, inmate.
Sharpshooter.
onward, inmate.
Please don't take off
can do it. Are you joking?
Come with me.
In the end, your rehabilitation was not carried through. It appears I have overestimated you.
You incompetent prisoner!
The assistance that we provided was all for naught.
Humans are more apathetic and more foolish than I had thought them to be. The world will soon see its ruin. You have lost the game. You were meant to bring change to mankind as a trickster, but it seems that was too much for you. In accordance to the game's rules, the defeated must pay a price. Your life is forfeit. I sentence you to be executed.
Executed?
God's decree is absolute. My experiment has come to naught. Everything is over. Grant that man a swift death.
If that's what our master wishes. It just means that you weren't an upstanding prisoner.
That may be true, but...
What is the matter? Carry out his sentence at once.
Are we really going to kill him?
Don't falter now! It's all his fault for losing the game! All right, inmate. We now proceed to the execution of your sentence. How insolent! To think you'd still show your rebellious will after all that. Ready, Justine?
If our master orders so, then it cannot be helped.
Let us show our strength to this prisoner who just doesn't know when to give up.
Understood.
Death to the criminal. Don't resist, inmate. Just accept your sentence.
One's final moments should be spent in good grace.
Eat this! Take this.
This power. Caroline, it's as I thought.
What's the matter?
I told you not to falter. Are you going against our master's orders? How's this?
Here goes. No, this isn't right. Our duty isn't to kill him. Caroline!
What gives? Why am I doubting myself? Is there another duty left to us?
I believe I ordered his execution.
Master? Have you forsaken humanity? We are wardens, those who rehabilitate prisoners.
What?
Something speaks to me in my mind. Our true duty is not to kill.
Help! Please, help! What should you do? Our desire is for you to complete your true rehabilitation.
We are not executioners. That is the truth we had forgotten. We've decided. We will not forsake humanity. Your right eye and my left. It's as if they're the same, yet mirrored.
Now is the time for our wish to be realized.
I finally remember how we were torn apart. We were originally one. Yet we were torn asunder into halves by malevolent intent. So we were captives, same as you. Ha! To think we'd learn that truth from a prisoner. Let us reclaim our true form. Hey! We'll give you your last job. Be thankful and obey. You must fuse us together with your own hands. It's time you return the favor for us assisting with your growth. Do it with care. Now, fuse us! My name is Lavenza. I was torn apart by a malevolent will and took the form of those twins. I sought help before my body was split in two. If we lose you, the path to the Holy Grail will forever be closed. That's why you must recall the truth once more. And I beg of you, please, save us. I believed in you. I knew that you would make it thus far. And to the scoundrel who has swindled my master's name, your lies shall work no longer now that my sight has been restored.
The game isn't over yet. Whether the human world is left as is, or destroyed and rebuilt, it is all sport to me.
Be careful.
If I were to put it into words that you can comprehend, I am the Holy Grail that grants wishes. No, it may be more accurate to say that I am a god who responds to desire and holds dominion over man. I hoped seeing a righteous thief vanquish evil would spur mankind to change their own indolent hearts. However, the result is, as you know, the masses have made it so none of it has transpired. Humans should be met with ruin. You brought forth that answer. But to be frank, inmate, I believe it may be worth re-evaluating you. A human has reached the Holy Grail and has seen through my true identity. You've surprised the god that I am often enough. That cannot be done by a foolish commoner. You truly were a prisoner that did not bore me.
I am thou. Thou art I. Thou hast turned a vow into a blood oath. Thy bond shall become the wings of rebellion and break the yoke of thy heart. Thou hast awakened the ultimate secret of the Fool, granting thee infinite power.
All right.
Perhaps observing you a while longer may prove amusing. I shall grant you an opportunity to make a deal with me. Should you wish it, I shall return the world to its prior state, one rampant with distorted masses.
You forcefully dragged him into the metaverse and imposed an ordeal he did not deserve. Yet you still intend on toying with him?
The Phantom Thieves will be praised and gain fame. The world will escape ruin as well. What say you?
Well said.
Such irredeemable foolishness. You choose death for yourself? Very well. I have no need for you.
Master!
Oh my. It's been quite a while since I last stepped foot in this place. Welcome to the Velvet Room. My name is Igor. I am pleased to make your acquaintance.
He is the rightful master of this Velvet Room, the true aid on your journey.
It may be difficult for you to understand this all at once.
If I were to summarize this, the fake has left, and the real has returned.
Indeed.
My master has returned, and you won against that malevolent god's temptation. Thus, you may be able to save this world that is headed towards certain ruin. However, it will prove difficult to win against him with your power alone. You must release your teammates, with whom you've shared your conviction.
This place exists between dream and reality, mind and matter.
They have not necessarily expired yet. Just as you were trapped here, they should be confined somewhere as well. Since you've deepened your bond with them, I am certain you can release them. Once they, the Phantom Thieves, are all gathered here, we will tell you everything.
Now go forth, to the people whom you should be facing the truth with.
What is this place?
Who are they?
My name is Igor. I am the master of the Velvet Room.
I am Lavenza, a resident of this place as well. We have been waiting for all of you. Velvet Room? My master has just been released from a long period of imprisonment. His powers have not fully returned. Though it may be presumptuous of me, I will speak on his...
Hey, where's Morgana?
Would you like to see him? He's right over there.
That's where you were hiding?
I was born here. It was to dispel an evil being from man's spiritual world.
Mona?
My role was to find the trickster and help him defeat it. That's why I was created here by my master.
Indeed.
I really remember everything. When this place was about to be taken over, my master gathered the last traces of mankind's hope. He mustered up his remaining strength to make me.
The entity that calls itself a god is a malevolent will that forces man into everlasting servitude. It hopes to attain eternal peace by filling reality with those who have stopped thinking for themselves. That is the ruin of man that this evil god envisions.
I, don't get what you're saying at all.
Oh, be quiet and listen! We don't have much time left!
Wait a moment. The Holy Grail is a god? I was wondering why it had a will of its own, but... Are you implying that it isn't a treasure?
No. As the distorted desires of the masses, it is most certainly the core of Mementos itself.
Then, did the treasure become a god because people wish to be ruled over?
That is correct. To decide the fate of the world, it chose two people with potential and pitted them against each other. One, Goro Akechi, incited the masses' distortion. Had he won, the world would have been destroyed and remade. The other was a trickster who would stand up against this. That was him.
If he won, the human world would be left as is. Those were the conditions of the game. At least, that's what should have happened.
That malevolent being knew that a revolution would not occur within indolent humans. After all, it is the masses' distorted desires incarnate. However, my true master believed in humanity. He believed that a trickster would rise among the people and accomplish this change. But that evil entity laughed at the prospect and sought to prove the powerlessness of man with the game. And he had great potential, which is why it approached him. It helped train the trickster only to cast him into despair, using the masses who rejected their savior. This was likely its means to nip in the bud anything that would pose a threat. Now that I think back to when I was separated, I felt a disagreement to the word rehabilitation. Of course I did. It was just a means for the fake to keep you under surveillance.
Basically, this guy was dragged into a game where the evil god rigged the outcome.
Damn it! What the hell?
Your real world has already been fused with Mementos. You do not exist because reality is replete with the cognition of those who deny the Phantom Thieves. It can be said that the world is one step away from the evil god's machinations. However, there is still hope. Now that the evil god's identity has been exposed, you can see your rehabilitation to its completion. Only you can leave this prison and save this distorted world and its captive people. Young man, guided by Morgana and worthy of the trickster name, you must challenge the evil god and reclaim your existence in reality. Are you up to the task?
Let's destroy that annoying shiny treasure jerk for sure this time!
Excellent. There is nothing to fear. You already possess the strength to oppose this evil god. I am truly looking forward to this.
Our mutual friend knows where the exit is. Morgana, please guide them, and thank you for all that you've done. It's a cruel responsibility that's been cast upon you.
I will accept your words of appreciation fully when everything is over. Now follow me!
You are our last hope. I beg you, finish this.
I should write something.
Hey!
It's been quite some time. We have finally succeeded in reaching you. You have been imprisoned once more. This time, not by the god of control, but a different entity, one who's bound you through your future. However, you held fast to your free will and believed in your bonds, allowing your friends to regain their own realities. You are on the verge of grasping a potential reality once more. Our meeting again now, within this place, is proof enough. It seems the time has come. We are merely beings who provide aid to humans as they carry out their will. You must be the one to determine the path and actions to take. If the will of rebellion still thrives within you, then we will surely meet again.
Lady Lavenza.
Hello. Thank you for coming. I see. Exchanging common expressions upon meeting like humans do, it has a rather pleasant feeling. But that is irrelevant. Let's turn to the matter at hand. As I told you yesterday, there's something I wish to tell you. But first, please gather your other friends here.
Here? You want to meet in the nurse's office?
This place is filled with the cognition of bed rest. Maintaining my existence in a reality controlled by someone like Maruki is no simple feat. But the exhaustion that it induces is limited by this place's cognition, so I may converse with you all in person here.
I see.
Let us continue this conversation once everyone involved has convened. Until that time, I will provide my eyes a much-needed rest.
Wait, rest? Lady Lavenza?
So you've come. Oh! Thank you. This is a storage room, yes? But where is your room? Oh, I would never have guessed. So you prefer cramped, dingy spaces. How fascinating. Please, tell me more about yourself. Oh, I'm sensing some unusual energy around this desk. Your infiltration tools are made here? Could I possibly try my hand at it? Thank you. Let us see what I can do. Now, what should I make? Ah, I know! To show my gratitude for rescuing me, I shall craft for you a secret weapon. I think you'll be rather pleased with it. This is trickier than I expected. Oh, uh-oh. Well, I can fix that. Ouch! Cursed screwdriver, how dare you defy your wielder? Obey me! Drive those screws! Ugh! Oh, screw it! Megado! It seems my time out of body has led to my becoming somewhat undexterous. While it pains me to say it, your secret weapon will have to wait. More importantly, I should be using this time to learn more about you. Is this your bed? It's surprisingly similar to the one in your cell. Can you truly rest here? Really? Well, it only makes sense that you would have bedding softer than that in a prison. May I sit? optimum firmness, ideal warmth. I'm not sure why, but I feel so calm here. You fiend. You'll pay for splitting me in two. Let's see how your holy grail holds up to this sledgehammer. Take that. Huh? It didn't work? Oh, wait. You can't. No. I'm being split again. Was I talking? Please, forget whatever you heard. It was just so comfortable. Perhaps I allowed myself to relax a little too much. I sense some residual energy here as well. Ah, you use it for training? May I ask for a demonstration? Come on! 1, 2, 1, 2! Put your back into it! You think you can save the world like that? 1, 2! 1, 2! 1, 2! Don't expect me to go easy on you. I'm doing this for your sake. Well done. Such commendable willpower. I can sense some lingering energy around this television. Or is it actually coming from the box attached to it? What is this? I've only heard of them in stories, but is this one of your world's vaunted video games? They say that once a player begins, they're unable to tear themselves away. If it truly can entrance humans to such a degree, could you play a bit for me? I see. You're piloting the spaceship, and your objective is to destroy the oncoming enemies. Look how they scatter. This is quite impressive. You weave around each bullet with dizzying precision. Whoa, there's so many of them now. Oh, you're surrounded. Look out, on your right. I mean left. No, they're in front now. Use the boost. Look, it's the boss. Fire the beam cannons. Annihilate it. You did it! The world is saved! A most dexterous display. I can certainly see why humans get so passionate about these games. Perhaps I'll ask my master if we can install one in our room. I've enjoyed this first-hand glimpse into your daily life. It was quite illuminating. Before I became whole, I visited many places with you and gained a wealth of new experiences. Thanks to that, I feel like I've come to understand humans better. And perhaps more importantly, I feel like I understand you better. So, thank you. Though you have cast off your shackles, I will still await you in that room. This is a token of my gratitude for today. Please, take it. It would be a shame if I were to leave so soon. May I stay a little longer?